Hey everyone, this is Fiona. So this is basically going to serve as a makeup class because Monday's class has been canceled due to the crazy weather here in LA. So in this video, I'm just going to go over all the homework stuff. We're probably not going to get to any of the melodic dictation or the rhythmic dictation stuff. We're going to do that in class on Wednesday, as well as the harmonic listening to the triads and stuff like that. And I'll also I'll record a separate video with the chord progressions. That will be part of our keyboard exam for the following week. So how about we start off with the melodies? So for homework, we have two melodies that we're doing. The first one is on page 26. This is number 98. So here we want to sing this melody. But first, before we do that, we want to figure out what key we're in, because that's going to help out with the solfège. So we're in the key that has 3 flats. So how do we figure out the key signature? Well, the easiest way, I think, is you start on C. This is kind of like going through the circle of fifths, except for this time, we're going to figure out how many perfect fourths do I have to go up until I reach E flat major. So from C, I go up a perfect fourth. Here comes the bride. Get to F, I go up another fourth. Go up another fourth. And I run into E flat. So that means I had to go up 1, 2, 3 fourths, 3 perfect fourths from middle C to get to E flat major, which means I am in the key of E flat major, which is 3 flats. Another cheat you could do is start from middle C and go down in fifths until you reach E flat. So I start from C, go down in fifths to F, to B flat, to E flat. So however many fifths I go down tells me the number of flats, okay? So F major has 1 flat in its key signature, B flat has 2 flats, and then E flat has 3 flats. Another trick you can do is you can look at the key signature. So we have 3 flats. So 3 flats. And if we go to the second to last flat, that tells us the name of the key that we're in. Okay, so the second to last flat is going to be E flat. All right, so also, this could be in a minor key. We should actually look at the starting note and the ending note because that can give us a lot of information. In this case though, it looks like it starts and ends on E flat, so we're probably in E flat major. So the first thing you want to do is start by just singing the solfège, the major scale. Okay, so let's just do that, starting on Do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. All right, so just singing the regular solfège one more time. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. So we have our starting note, and then we're just gonna sing it on a la or whatever vowel. If you want to sing it on an ah or an o, okay, but I just like la. And I'm just gonna hold down this. You can also use this as a drone, so I might use this as like I think piano. I'll just use piano for this, okay? La 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 la. Okay, so once I sung it, and don't worry about the solfège just yet, just try to see if you can kind of see if you're singing accurately with the pitches. And you want to pick a slow tempo to do this. And then at a certain point, you can start to think, okay, which scale degrees are we using in this melody, okay? Well, I know by building the E flat major scale. And how do I build an E flat major scale? I go whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step from my key center, which is E flat. Okay, so these are my tones that I need. and I just have to figure out which note matches up with which scale degree in the scale. So the first one is going to be do, right, because it's the first scale degree. Then mi, fa, sol. Okay, and then from there you're just going to use the scale, match up the notes with the solfege in the scale. Okay, let's so then after that, try singing it with the solfege. Do not try to play out your notes. See if you can try at least the first few times, just try to sing it and then correct your notes by plunking them out on the piano. But you really want to get that, you know, what it's like to sight sing something for the first time. You don't want to try to memorize this melody because that's not going to really help you. So really try to hear the different scale degrees, and you can have a drone in the background. That's not a problem. Okay, so we're going to hop on over to page 27 of our book. And we are on number 102. This is also part of the homework. And here we have one flat. But notice we start on A and we end on D. So here's what we can do. Let's first figure out the key signature of what key has one flat. So I'm going to start on C. I'm going to go up 1 perfect fourth because it has one flat. So I just need to go up 1 fourth. So I get to F. So F major has one flat, right? But it doesn't look like we start or end on F. So what this means is we're probably in the relative minor. How do I figure out the relative minor of F major? Well, I'm going to start from F, which is our home key, our tonic of 1 flat. And we're going to go down 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. So D minor, same notes as F major, right? Same key signature, but we start on D. Okay, and then the minor scale, how we build this minor scale from D is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. So it's a different combination of whole and half steps. So this is the scale that you want to know before you sing this melodic passage. So let's just start by doing the solfege for D minor. And notice, because we have a lowered third, we're going to use may instead of me, and we're going to use lay instead of la, and then also te, and then everything else is normal. So here we go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. One more time. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, so same idea. I'm just going to play the drone on the home key, the D note, and then I'm going to try, I'll play my first note, my starting note, which is A, and I'm just going to try to sight sing this on a la. La, 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 la. Oh, I got off. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna see if I can kind of correct myself as I go. So, la 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 la. Okay, so there you go. Sight singing it for the first time on a la or any vowel of your choice, and then try to put the solfege in. Okay, so since we're dealing with the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do, the notes are going to be affected accordingly. Notice at the very end we have a C sharp added, so that means you're going to go back to the la, ti, do, or sorry, do, ti, do at the very end, and also in measure 3 you have that C sharp again. So those will be T instead of te, which is the normal lowered 7th in D minor. Okay, so I might try to sight sing this with solfege. Sol, me, do, sol, me, do, ti, do, re, sol. Okay, and then just try to minimally play the melody line. Only play it if you have to. Okay, let's go into the next part of the homework. So you have the duets, which is one duet, and it's on page 274. This is number 17. So here we go, just in case. Okay, so there's our number 17 that we have to do. 3 flats. So again, I'm going to start in C. I'm going to go up, since I have 3 flats, I'm going to go up 3/4. So 1, 2, 3. I get to E flat major. So I build my scale from E flat, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. I then notice, oh, I'm starting on C and I'm ending on C. So I'm probably not in E flat major, I'm probably in the relative minor. So from E flat, I'm going to go down 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3. So now with the same 3 flats, B flat, E flat, and A flat, I'm going to build my C minor scale. Okay, so these are the notes that we need to know for this particular exercise. So why don't we sing it in solfège? So here we go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, te, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, and then I'm going to do a sight singing of the first melody, and then I'll try the second melody, okay? Just on a la. La, 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 la. Try it again with the bottom melody. If it's too low, that's too low for me, I'm just going to sing it up here. La 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 la. And I noticed at the very end both have a natural B flat. Okay, so this is our normal C minor, C natural minor scale. So whenever we raise that 7th, that's going to be T. So I'm not going to use te, I'm going to use T for the solfège, okay? If you don't have a partner for this, you can try to record yourself on your phone, and then sing against that recorded melody. If you can pull this off, you can try to play one melody in one hand and sing the other at the same time. That's a little bit hard. Or just get a partner. Or do multi-tracking. And then, yeah, so you want to do a solfège. So if I were to kind of do some solfège for this, it's going to be do, re, mi, fa, mi. Right? So I would start to at least give it a try. Try to go through the whole thing, singing the solfège. Even if it's incorrect, just do your best. Okay, the next part is going to be the rhythm part. So rhythm, we're gonna go to page 235 and we're gonna do exercise 111. Okay, so I'm going to do this in takadimi just because I really like takadimi, and you also want to conduct with this, so let me do the exercise and I'll have you guys try it on your own. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, mi ta, di, takadimi ta, di mi taki ta ta, di takadimi takadi, di taki ta. Di mi taki ta ta, mi taka di mi taki ta ta di ta, di taki ta ta di ta, di taki ta ta, taki ta di taka di mi taki ta di mi ta. Okay, so you can try that with the metronome. Just go with the speed that's comfortable with you. You don't have to do the takadimi. You could go, you know, ta, 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 like that. You can just do tas, or you can count in numbers. Whatever is easier for you. I like takadimi because I'm just used to it. Okay, let's also talk about the ear training, which I forgot to mention at the beginning. So You're gonna do on tonesavvy.com, you're gonna do 60 exercises total or 20 exercises that are 95% or higher. And we wanna do the minor second, major second, so minor second, major second, minor third, major third, perfect fourth, augmented fourth, or diminished fifth, perfect fifth, minor sixth, and major sixth only. And you wanna do ascending and descending intervals. And then we're also going to do a chord ear training as well. So this is 40 exercises total or 20 exercises that are 95% or higher. And this is just major, minor, augmented, and diminished triads in root position and all inversions with no fixed root. So just send me a screenshot of that. Okay, and then the last part for the homework is you're gonna be singing a chord progression. And this chord progression is, so it's a minor 1 chord. I'm just gonna do it in C minor just for ease. So minor 1, and then you got a lowered 6, minor 4, diminished 2, major 5, and then back to the 1. I would recommend strongly to not do this in everything where everything is in root position, just because it's gonna be really tricky to find the notes. I would say use good voice leading. So for my 1 chord, right, I'm going to be in root position, and then I'm going to go to my flat 6 chord, which is, if we look at C minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to be an A flat chord. So a practice you can do is to just go through all the diatonic chords of C minor, so you know, okay, here's my 1 chord, 2 chord, 3 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, 6 chord, 7 chord, and 1 chord. And you can actually write this out so that you have all those chords. I'll just do a very quick version of that. So you have your 1 chord, and then your 2 chord. Right, so I'm gonna go 1, there's my 2 chord, then my 3 chord, and then my 4 chord, my 4 chord, then my 5 chord, and then my 6 chord, which is naturally major, and then my 7 chord, which is also major, and then back to my 1 chord. Okay, so you can look at these chords. These are all the chords that are in C minor, and we can also take note of their qualities. Okay, so the 1 chord, you know, is minor. The 2 chord, diminished. 3 chord, major. 4 chord, minor. 5 chord, minor. But in this case, for this chord progression, we're gonna make it major. So let me erase that. So yeah, your 5 chord is gonna be major. 6 chord is also major. And your 7 chord is also major. So our chord progression is going to be 1 chord, and then flat 6, and then minor 4, 2 diminished, then 5, then back to the 1. Okay, so we're gonna need 1 chord, we're gonna need the 6 chord, we're gonna need the 4 chord, the 2 chord, and the 5 chord, major 5 chord, and the 1 chord. Okay, so maybe the first thing you should do is to try playing these chords. Maybe write them in order. So there's my 1 chord, going to my 6 chord, which is major, going to my 4 chord, going to my 2 chord, which is diminished, going to my 5 chord, which is major, and then going to my 1 chord. So now, how do I make this so it uses good voice leading? Well, I always want to think of common tones when I'm going from one chord to another. So here, I'm going to start with the 1 chord, do, mi, sol. Okay, so the common tones between this chord and this chord right? I can just move that G up to here, and I have a first inversion A flat major chord. So let's sing that. Do, mi, sol, do, mi, la. And then to go to my 4 chord from here, I could jump here, or what if I go from here to here to here, right? I keep the common tones, the A flat and the C. So this is an F minor chord in second inversion. So do, mi, sol, do, mi, la, do, fa, la. And then we got a 2 chord. So look, I can keep these, right? The F and the A flat become the 3rd and the 5th of the D diminished chord. Re, fa, la. So let's start from the top. We got do, mi, sol, do, mi, la, do, fa, la, re, fa, la. And then for your 5 chord, okay, ti, re, sol, and then back to your 1 chord. Do, mi, sol. So let's try singing that. And I'm just going to play block chords, and let's see if we can hear the 3 tones. So do, mi, sol, do, mi, la, do, fa, la, re, fa, la, ti, re, sol, do, mi, sol. Okay, and then you want to get to the point where you can just maybe play the root note of your first chord. Okay, do, mi, sol, do, mi, la, do, fa, la, re, fa, la, ti, re, sol, do, mi, sol. Okay, I think that's a lot easier than if you were to do, you know, sing here, then sing here, then here, then here, then here. I think that's just easier to kind of do it with everything having good voice leading. Okay, so I believe that's it for the homework. I will upload another video which explains the chord progressions that are going to be due for the following week. So anyways, hope that was helpful for you guys, and hopefully class will resume on Wednesday. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.